this year, this game really doesn't mean anything. Nettleton's already wrapped up the conference title. They're just playing tonight for an undefeated conference season tonight. Corning is going to be fourth or fifth in the conference. They're not going to make the playoffs this year, but Nettleton has already secured the #1 seed, and so tonight will be really important for them to tune up for next week's playoff game.
Well, all right. Well, we'll be right back after these messages, starting up with our starting lineups on the Axe High School Game of the Week.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Raider Field. Kyle Johnson, Terry Johnston back with you. There you see all of the Nettleton Raider. Those are the senior guys. They're acting as captains. We'll see if we can get some names for you real quick. Starting there on the left, number 70's walking in there. That's Jack Gray. Number 33 is Jason Cochran. Number 72 is Destreet Hansen. Number 63 is Richard White. Number 78 is John White. Number 42, Nick Hendricks. Number 65 is Curtis Bronnelly. Number 14 is Philip Northcutt. Number 20 is John Neldon. And number 80 walked out of here. He don't have 80.
86.
Is it 86?
Yeah, it's Jeremy.
Jeremy Davis.
Well.
And that's it.
Did you get number 70?
Yeah, I got them all.
Jack Gray. Jack Gray probably won't be playing tonight very much. He, according to the paper today, he had a broken hand in practice Wednesday, or broken finger. He's a defensive tackle who normally starts, but he's not listed as starters tonight. We'll go over the Nettleton offense for you now. Tight end starting John Neldon, number 20. Right tackle Aaron Pratt, number 55. Right guard John White, number 78. Richard White, the center, he's 63. Curtis Brownlee, well, he's not 63 years old. His number is 63. Curtis Brownlee, number 65, is the left guard. John Carville starts at left tackle. He's number 75. Flanker is Wayne Jones, number 44. Split in Blake Tennyson, number 21. Quarterback, as usual, Jared Johnson, number 10. Fullback, Luke Maddox, number 15. And tailback, Josh Morgan, number 22. So we see the captains on the field there. Head captains Nick Hendricks and Curtis Brownlee.
And Corning's captains is number 81, Jeremy Huffman, and 85, Clint Davis.
Corning, looking over their team, they've got a lot of juniors and seniors, so they're more experienced than they were last year. Last year, I remember going up to Corning and watching a lot of sophomores play. Their fans said that they would be a lot better this year, but they're 3-4 in conference. Not going to make the playoffs. No, 3-3 in conference and 5-4 overall. A win tonight would guarantee another winning season, but they're not going to be making their, 6th straight playoff appearance.
I think you said that earlier. That's right. And the Raiders will next week will face most likely Lone Oak.
Yeah,
that'd be right here at Raider Field.
4th place team from the 5AA Central. The Lone Oak Jackrabbits, traditionally a playoff perennial from down in Central Arkansas, and we'll get to host them hopefully next week. Or hopefully we will host somebody next week, or Nettleton will. Hopefully it'll be Lone Oak. They're coming in. Lone Oak coming into tonight's game was 3-6 on the year, I believe, but they're 3-3 in conference. Nettleton will receive the kickoff. They will defend the south end zone. Move right to left on your screen wearing black. Corning will be wearing white. The colors are very similar. They're both black and gold teams. Corning, the Bobcats from up in Clay County. Brought a few fans down. Not a whole lot to come to watch lame duck football.
And a small pet band.
There come the Bobcats.
Black out the Bobcats is what the sign says there. Over there that you're looking at, the big blackout, what you see right there.
Notre Dame's fights on. Plays from across the way.
There it comes.
And here are your Raiders for the final home game of the regular season tonight. Nettleton stands atop the 3AA North Conference. They've already wrapped up the title. I believe the second in 3 years, the third and 4 years, I believe. I'm not really sure, but they are 8-1 on the year. Their own blemish, one blemish going from Greene County Tech earlier in the season, and they've been on a tear ever since that Tech loss.
Blanking about 4 teams right there in a row.
Yeah, they went on a streak where they beat Clay County Central 42-12. Westside 45-0, Highland 14-0, and Hoxie 45-0, I believe. 46 to nothing, 48 to nothing. I don't know. They scored a lot on Honesty over there.
It was 40 to nothing.
All I know is they went through the 3 teams that are going to also come out of the 3AA North Conference into playoffs, and they beat them. They only allowed 14 points to all 3 of those teams. Corning, their announcers were telling me before the game, has only given up 14 points all year. That was the most in one game they've given up all year, was 14 points. So they've played pretty strong for a team that's got a 3-3 conference record. A little straight across kick, going to be taken by Josh Morgan. He slips and falls down at his own 32. Looks like he's kind of upset. The field is muddy and soggy tonight, Kyle.
Very much so. That's been kind of the case the last 4 or 5 games that we've called. It's kind of rainy during the week and fine on a Friday night.
Look for Nettleton to use tonight as a springboard for next week. Try and maybe hash out some new plays. Maybe not even real worry about it. The only thing they need to work on tonight is not getting anybody injured. They've had a really good season so far. As you see, Luke Maddox pound his way through for about 3 yards. Before he's brought down by a few Bobcats.
Well, let's run down the Corning defense real quick. Defensive end, Matt Davis, wearing number 53. Tackles are Adam Couch and David Rohr. Another end, Justin Bippus. Linebackers, Clint Davis, Jerry Evans. The cornerbacks, Craig Hopkins, Chad White. And the defensive backs, Mitchell Hovis, Corey Prince, and Guy Williams.
Second down and 8. He only got about 2 yards on that carry. As did Maddox. Here's a fake to Maddox. Johnson keeps and rumbles through for about 6. We'll bring up third down and about 2. Long 2.
Ball boys will get a workout tonight because of that wet field, trying to keep the dry ball in there.
Nettleton working on controlling the clock right away.
Which we've seen them do
a
fine job.
Wanting to establish their ground game. Hand off to Luke Maddox up the middle. Stretches through, gets the first down. Well, I said he got the first down. I'm pretty sure he did. And yes, he did. Give him the 3 yards.
Among the Bobcats in on that tackle is Rohr, number 71.
Luke Maddox last year against Corning went up there and had 5 touchdowns and over 250 yards rushing. I remember that game well. There he is again on the carry, gets about 2. Nettleton, as I said, trying to establish the smash mouth up the middle football here early. When you play smash mouth football, you've got to have the size and the strength to back it up.
And that's something they definitely have.
Got a flag here. Somebody probably lined up offsides. Or
looks like it's going to be against Corning. Yep.
Yeah, I believe it is going to be dead ball foul, offsides against Corning. 5-yard penalty. Brings up second and 3.
You're talking about that offensive line for Nettleton. They only got one guy that's under 200 pounds, and he's 196.
This might change their strategy a little bit here. Luke Maddox up the middle. He's got running room. He cuts to the outside, and he's got a first down. All the way from the 49-yard line of Nettleton down to the 37 of Corning.
That's Chris Cox, number 38, wrapped him up.
15-yard run for Maddox. He's got 4 carries here already for 22 yards. Nice break free there. Handoff again. No option.
Oh.
Ball's on the ground. Josh Morgan just falls on it. He's got it. Gained about a yard. It'll be second down and 9. Good job there by Morgan to fall on that ball. Nettleton coming over to the near hash now as they've moved to this really soggy part of the field. I don't know if you can tell, but you can see the mud there on your field. That's how That's what it's like. It's just like mud. It's hard to get any footing at all in it. Blake Tennyson almost fell over here on this side. Jared Johnson on the keeper. Gets about 4. 5. It's about 5. It'll be 3rd down and a long 4.
Cox again on that tackle for the Bobcats.
A real good crowd here tonight. Nettleton always putting a lot of people in the stands, regardless of the fact that tomorrow deer season begins. Know several men headed out to the forest today. Maybe some women too.
Oh.
Josh Morgan, good block there by John Neldon. Oh, there's a flag on the play. Number 75, John Carl. Oh, there's another flag in the backfield now.
That
Where that one came from.
was kind of late too. Wonder what...
That was a late flag. I believe that one's going to be a hold. Here we go. As the referees try and talk about it.
There's the replay. The pitch outside and a good block there, and kind of got tripped up. The other couldn't see the number of the Bobcat that tripped him up on the other side.
It's going against Nettleton here. I believe the call was a clip or a hold. Was it a hold? A chop block. That's what I thought. I was afraid of. Yep, against Nettleton. And it'll bring up a timeout charge to Corning. So 8 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. No score. Nettleton driving.
Well, so far we've seen Nettleton doing a tremendous job of controlling that clock and doing a good job of running. Handing off consistently to Luke Maddox and running the option a couple of plays.
Raiders only penalized there for about 2 yards. It was going to be 3rd and 4. Now it's 3rd and 7. Well, 3 yards. 3rd and 7 now. Have to get all the way down to the 27 for a first down. Be sure to stick around for halftime tonight. I believe we're going to have a bunch of twirlers.
Yes, we are.
Young twirlers.
1st through 6th graders. 1st through 6th grade twirlers will be good.
Kindergarten
through 6th. They're from the Nettleton School District. Going to do a little thing with the band. Christy Gerard will be bringing that to you.
It's 3rd down and scoreboard says 8. I believe it's about 7. As Corning wanted to talk over their long defense here, not to be ready for a pass play. We've got John Neldon over here to the near side, but we're going to have a handoff to Luke Maddox. He's still on his feet. 2 men to beat. Oh, he just balled over a couple of Corning Bobcats all the way down to the 4-yard line. Oh, excuse me, 9-yard line. I'm sorry. From the 31, a 22-yard scamper for Luke Maddox.
Number 11.
Doubling his total for the game.
Number 11 for the Bobcats, Mitchell Hovis, finally brought him down. Here's our
We're gonna
replay.
see this again.
You'll see Luke is the first man through right there. Broke a tackle there. Evades a man, breaks it, gets loose from one there. The nice spin move, finally brought down.
Here we go on the 1st and goal. And how about a touchdown for Jared Johnson? 9 yards out. He carries it in and puts the Raiders up with 7:53 to go here in the first quarter. Jared Johnson has carried the ball in for the first score of tonight's ball game. From 9 yards out, Johnson's run. Here comes David Baggs, Justin Baggs, on to attempt the extra point.
Oh.
That is no good. Wide right. 6-0 is the score.
I wonder what, did he get lose? Did he look like he lost some footing there, or?
Couldn't really tell there.
Coach Dover on the sidelines telling him it's all right. Don't worry about it. And Justin now gets set up to kick off again.
The Raider band fires up a rousing rendition of Cherokee.
Appropriate for the Raiders.
I like that cheer.
Makes you want to get into it, huh?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 cheerleaders tonight. Oh, it hit a player. That's a live ball.
That's 75.
And
jumped
Nettleton
on.
took the ball away.
John Carville jumped on that. Good job.
That hit a Corning number 64.
Aaron Lowe.
And that became a live ball after it traveled. It doesn't have to travel 10 yards if it becomes a live. It did travel 10 yards, but it is first down Nettleton.
I think that kind of surprised him. Lowe looked like he was turning
it really
around.
did. Now watch this.
You'll see Lowe. He turns off the run, and there's the ball. Right. John Carville, being very perceptive, jumped right on that thing.
First down and 10, Nettleton. They're going to take over right at the 49-yard line again. Wow. I don't know if that was their intention. Hand off to Luke Maddox. He bounces off of one tackler, and scoots forward for about a yard.
Matt Davison on the tackle for the Bobcats. The Cats of Bob from Corning.
Second down and 9. Just under 7.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Nettleton's up 6-0 already.
Oh,
almost a fumble, but Jared Johnson decided to cut it back, keep the ball, one man to beat. He's going to be in for a 47-yard touchdown run. No flags on the field. We'll take it. 47 yards.
A minute ago, I started to ask you, I wonder how many times we're going to see that happen, how many times he's going to scamper into the end zone tonight.
Hopefully a lot.
Yeah, I would think so. After twice there.
7:06 to go in the first quarter. Nettleton has jumped on top, and as I said in the pregame,
there's the replay for you.
They're going to go for 2 here. No, they're going to kick the extra point. But here's the replay. Watch this. Almost a fumble, but he pulled it back and pulled it off.
That moment, he's alone. Nobody else by himself.
There's the extra point attempt. It is good this time. So it's 13-0. Nettleton. I alluded earlier in the broadcast that Corning had only given up 14 points to any team all year, like in one game, giving it the maximum of 14 points. Nettleton has 13 in less than 5 minutes. They probably haven't seen an offense as explosive as this Raider one. Coach Dover's got to be happy, and Corning's got to be watching on this kickoff here.
This defense for the Raiders will be very well rested.
They haven't even seen a snap yet.
Yeah.
Many play both ways though. Couple, Adam Stone, David Thompson, Destry Hansen, their defensive starters, don't play much on the offensive side. He got this one in the air, and it hit the ground and died at around the 20.
Man.
And he got a good run back out to the 35. So we'll see Corning's offense for the first time tonight. They're led by quarterback Josh Arndt, number 17. He's a 6', 160-pound senior. The Corning announcers told him before the game he didn't even start playing football until he was a sophomore and didn't play at all last year. There are some of your twirlers. You'll see them at halftime. Special feature tonight. It's 1st and 10 Corning, 6:59 to go in the first quarter. They're on their own 35. Handoff to number 64. No, number 24. Hopkins.
Boy, Luke Maddox was all over him.
Craig Hopkins, he carries the ball for a yard. Gonna bring up 2nd and 9.
Luke Maddox is the defensive captain for this Nettleton squad.
Corning's backfield is, along with Craig Hopkins, is Jerry Evans and Chad Wyatt. Evans number 32 and Wyatt number 89. Run the dead T offense. We see a pitch here to Hopkins.
Oh.
And a tackle for a loss by 78. And 81-78.
John White.
Yeah, John White and 81. Adam Stone also in on it. And Hopkins lost 3.
John White, Adam Stone on the tackle.
Third down and 12 now for the Bobcats. Handoff to number 89, Chad Wyatt.
And a flag on the play.
And a flag on the play. Might have been some motion.
Chad White on carry for Bobcats with a flag on the field.
Illegal use of the hands or a hold against the Raiders.
Hold against the Raiders.
Does that one go 5 yards from the...
No, it's a 10-yard spot from the spot of the foul. It's going to bring up third down again. Well, no.
That's a first.
It's first down for the Bobcats.
It will be first down for the Bobcats.
It's Coach Dover. He wanted to talk to one of the refs, get kind of an explanation on that one.
He's wanting to know how your defensive team holds when they run the ball. There's a quick pitch to Wyatt, tries to get to the outside. He's met by Neldon, White, Thompson,
Carville. A host of Raiders.
Tennyson, Maddox. And he gets a yard.
There were guys coming off the sidelines to get him.
Oh, he got 2 out of that. .504 to go in the first quarter. Nettleton on top 13-0. Raider excitement tonight. Corny's got some pretty cool. Oh, that was a nice little play there. But if Blake Tennyson hadn't have stopped, or the intended receiver, number 13, Powell, for Corning hadn't have fell down. That was a nice fake.
That was very nice.
He faked the pitch and pulled it back. Brings up third down and 8. Ball on the Corning 47. Temperature starting to drop here at Raider Field. But I'm still quite nice, toasty. Another pass. Getting some pressure.
Oh.
No! No! Where did that flag come from? Nick Hendricks on the coverage. He was going for the ball.
Yeah, he was. That's a bad call.
Looked to me like he was going for the ball all the way. I'd like to see a replay on that if we could. I know we can't just call for a replay up here in the booth, but they tell us if we can have it. Pass interference against the Raiders. Crowd doesn't like it. The rule is you have to go for the ball. It looked to me like he was going for the ball.
Yeah, he was in the air. They were going to see there's the replay.
Okay, here comes the replay.
Here's
Watch
the pass.
This. See if we can get this.
No,
yeah. He was definitely on the replay. He was definitely going for the ball.
He wasn't even. Those two guys ran into him.
So instead, Corning has it 1st and 10 deep or into Nettleton territory, and we've seen a lot of penalties tonight. That one's going to go for 20 yards against Nettleton. Well, 15 yards against Nettleton. The ball was high anyway. I don't think it was catchable. But anyway. Another pass. Oh, almost picked off.
Tennyson there had got a hand on it.
Brings up 3rd and 8. From the Nettleton 36.
Pass was intended for Clint Davis.
Quarterback Josh Arndt of Corning showing that he can throw the ball to his tight ends. 3rd and 8. Oh, we're going to see a halfback pass. Incomplete. Everybody wanted it. It was intended for number 85, Davis.
Morgan and Maddox got a hand in on that, too.
It was a good pass, too. The Raiders are pretty lucky. Watch this. It's going in the hands and out of the hands, and
finally to the ground.
Maddox and Morgan could have had it.
They played hot potato between the two of them.
So it's 4th down and 8. I think Corning's going to elect a punt here.
Yep, Chad White is their punter, number 89.
Nobody back deep for the Raiders. They're just going to be resigned to. Oh, they take a delay of game as the play clock has
expired.
Expired, yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Searching for the correct
adjective.
Well, no, not really adjective. It's
noun.
I'm telling what the clock has done.
Descriptive word.
Yeah. Modifier, I guess you'd say. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't had English since my freshman year. Oh, bobble snap. Jones going to let it go into the end zone, and it does.
So we'll see Johnson and company from the 20.
21-yard net punt. Raiders will take back over. Johnson has carries for 67 yards and 2 touchdowns. 8 minutes into the game. Luke Maddox has 6 carries for 45 yards. Josh Morgan 1 carry for 1 yard. Oh, but the Raiders have 13 points to Corning's none. 3 minutes 54 seconds to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10 Nettleton from their own 20-yard line. Hand off to Maddox up the middle. Well, off the left tackle. He gets about 2. Maddox going over the 1,000-yard mark this season. Last year, I think he had 900 and something, real close to 1,000, but this year, taking back over the 1,000-yard mark. So, he's beginning a distinguished career here at Nettleton.
Luke had 909 yards last season.
909, and Jared Johnson had how many last year?
952.
See? They're just juniors. I don't think Johnson's got quite that many this year. Maddox has a few more. Johnson's got it on the keeper to the option. Oh, bad pitch, but Maddox picks it up. Look at this. Look at this. Wow. From the 23.
That was it.
Out to the 41.
Matt Davis on the tackle.
18 yards. 1st down.
Here we're going to get to see the replay of that. That was a nice little. Here it is. It's almost like he scripted that just right. With the pitch, here's the pitch with the ball going to the ground. But Luke, perfectly on key, just picks it up, breaks the tackle there. Finally brought down Matt Davis. That was a nice play.
When things go right, they go right. 1st and 10. Here's the option to Maddox. Maddox usually lines up in the fullback position. He's back in the tailback position, so he can take the pitches now. He gets 4.
Craig Hopkins on that tackle for the Bobcats.
His 9th carry already in the game for Maddox has 69 yards on 9 carries. So averaging, well, over 7 yards a carry. 2:19 to go in the first quarter. Nettleton on top 13-0. We got a keeper, Johnson. Cuts it back in and puts his head down for the 1st down. 7 yards.
Number 85 in on tackle, Clint Davis. That run was good enough for a 1st down.
And they break into Corning territory. Again.
A familiar place for this Raider offense.
That's around where they got the ball on the kickoff. They got it right there at midfield on the kickoff earlier after they kicked it off a Corning player. That's one way to get it.
You might want to try that one again. That'd be
that was impressive. Corning doesn't want to take a chance on that. Wayne Jones in motion. We're going to see our first pass play of the evening. Well, we might not. We might see Jared Johnson just keep it and fall for a 6-yard loss.
Hopkins pulled him down.
5-yard loss. Second down and 15 now as they go back into Nettleton territory. Ball's on the 46. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Johnson on the keeper. Cuts it back in.
Oh,
And,
ball's loose, but fell back on it, though.
well, he's close to another first down. He's real close. They're going to have to bring this all the way across to measure it if they think they're going to measure it.
Davis in on the tackle for the Bobcats.
Referee takes a look at it, and yeah, he's going to measure it.
What do you think?
I think he's a little short by that spot. I think that's a different mark from what the guy on the sideline put. I think there might be a half a foot back from where he was. They shouldn't have moved the ball out to the hash to measure it. They should have measured it over here on this side.
That spot right there. Do you see him?
Now, see, yeah, they moved it up. Now I think he's got it. Now I think he's got the first down. And I'm right. I am right. 16-yard gain there by Jared Johnson.
And the Corning coaches want a timeout.
They're probably not real happy with them moving the ball.
Yeah, I would imagine. He gave them a good
half a yard.
Yeah.
He gave him a football length on the ball, but as I said, they didn't put the ball down in the same spot that they did on the sideline. We're up here, we can tell.
Well,
See
just
the Raider huddle. Go ahead.
and the huddle there of the refs. Well, I just want to let you know that you may obtain a video copy of today's game or any other game that Axe has covered this year by giving us a call at 972-5986 or sending us a check with your request to Axe Channel 15, 1010 South Main, Jonesboro, Arkansas, 72441. And the cost per tape is $20. All the refs having a little powwow down there. There you see the Nettleton offense walking back on.
1st and 10. Maybe a little bit of a break for the Raiders, but I think it's the right call. Maybe they're making up for that big bad pass interference call earlier.
Well, I have to side
Anyway.
with you on that one. I think he did have the first down on that run.
Well, if they'd brought the chains on over and measured over here, they would have seen. Just left the ball where it was, but instead they moved it out to the hash. I don't know if they realized it was as close to a first down as it was, that they would have to measure it or not. Here's the pitch to Maddox. He was 6 yards deep in the backfield when he got the pitch.
Whoa.
And so he got 7 yards out of it. So really ran the ball 13, but he only gets credit for 7.
Davis came over from the hit for the Cats.
Maddox now has 10 carries for 76 yards. Jared Johnson has 7 carries for 85 yards. And there is 15 seconds left in the first quarter. I think they're probably just going to be content to let the clock run out here in the first quarter. And they don't have to call timeout, as they're going to let the clock run out. And it is the end of the first quarter. And we're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this with more Nettleton High School football.
Your score is 13-0. We're starting the second quarter. Nettleton Raiders are on top.
Had a nice shot of the muddy field there.
Yeah, and right to the right's our favorite person. That's John White's mama taking pictures down there on the field. She's been out there quite a bit, taking happy pictures of her son.
Hey, this is his senior year.
Yes,
he
it
deserves
is.
all those pictures.
You're right. It's be good for him to show his children and grandchildren. It's important.
5'10", 245. Our seniors, John Neldon, John White, Richard White, Curtis Brownlee, Destry Hansen, Nick Hendricks, John Neldon again, all starters tonight. There's the Corning crowd.
Some of the Corning faithful.
Or unfaithful. It's 13-0 already. Nettleton on top. It's cold outside. Now I understand why it's not so cold up here. They opened the door to the press box and our paper started blowing.
We get this nice little breeze blowing through here.
Yeah, but if the door's closed, it's nice and warm in here. Johnson's going to pitch back to Luke Maddox, who's going to get the first down. Surprised they didn't call a hold.
That was a nice block by Josh Morgan.
So from the 32 down to the 24. So 8 yards carry there by Luke Maddox and a first down. .11:40 just into the second quarter here. Nettleton on top, 13-0 driving again here. I like it when the offense scores every time they touch the ball, so let's keep this going.
Oh, Jared Johnson for his third
on
touchdown.
The keeper from 24 out. Wow. Puts him over the 100-yard mark already on his 8th carry. We're going to watch it again.
There's the replay. Good block brought out there by his line as he scampers in. Nobody beat except for the ref. A nice run. Let's see what we're going to do here. Baggs is in to kick the extra point.
Well, we've become the team to score the most points in the Corning Bobcats already. I believe that Truman probably scored more points on the Raiders than any other team this year. I believe they scored like 27, something like that.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. No other teams come close. 14 is as most as anybody else has got all year after that game. Raider defense, they had some questions coming into this season. But you can't tell it. You can't tell it from the offense either that they lost anybody.
Not at all. These guys have been looking great all year. There's the scoreboard, and there's the band. The band. Under the direction of Steve Rollins.
Justin Baggs going to kick it off here. Yeah, Luke, you might ought to get off the field there.
Uh-huh.
There's a concession stand run by the band boosters and the choir boosters.
And that's DeWitt Pendergrass there in the apron.
Cooked some mighty good Raider burgers.
He did. DeWitt cooked up some good ones earlier. He did a good job. Taking a little break, a little breather.
And now we're set for the kickoff. And he angles it towards the side. Up, hit a player. Live ball. Just cuts it all the way back to the middle of the field.
That's Guy
He's
Williams.
still on his feet. He's still on his feet.
That's Guy Williams running that one up.
Wow. He has scored a touchdown here. Special teams nightmare.
What happened back there?
He ran into the pack and nobody tackled him. They stood him up, but he kept on his feet and just bounced to the outside, and by that time it was too late. He ran that one back probably 75 yards. Here's the replay. Watch him here.
See where he hits the pack right in there.
See,
kind of twirls
he's still
around.
Standing. He's still standing, and he just gets to the outside.
He got hit by 3 different Raiders there. Guy's 5'9", 180 pounds.
So with 10:39, Corning gets on the board. Special teams disaster. What looked so good earlier looked pretty bad there. Timeout called by Corning.
That's their last timeout. Yeah. They're out of timeouts for the half with 10:39 left to go in the second quarter.
We're going to take a break with them. With your score 20 for Nettleton, 6 for Corning. Be back right after this.
Welcome back to Raider Field. Kyle Johnson, Terry Johnston with you. So far, it's been a pretty decent half if you're a Nettleton fan. Kind of a disappointing last play, but it can keep getting better now.
And Corning's going to attempt their extra point here.
That was kind of wild, wasn't it?
That was funny. He's a straight-on kicker. Look at this. is good. You can't fault him for making the extra point. That's Jerry Evans. He's also a halfback, fullback rather. Makes it 7 for Corning. 20-7 is now the score. Well, the Raider offense will get the ball back. That's one good thing. If we could get a shot of down here just in front of the Raider sidelines, just to show what this field is it's become. It is just literally a puddle. As we pull out there, you can see how the brown spots. This field is in its 10th week of use now. It's just a big swamp out there, just real marshy. And they get at least one more game here, hopefully more. We could go through the playoffs here at home. That'd be nice. Good kickoff.
Wayne
Jones bobbles it, picks it up at his own 20. He's on his feet, still on his feet, out to the 37.
That's Trent Pyle in on that tackle.
So Nettleton gets the ball back. Pretty good starting field position.
These Corning Bobcats are coached by Mike Smith, Mark Smith, and Ray Stricker.
Mike Smith, Mark Smith, and Ray Stricker, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Nettleton, of course, coached by Darrell Dover, Donnie Tennyson, Clark McDaniel.
And there's a few other guys on the sideline.
Yeah.
we don't have their names.
Yeah.
They're the junior highs.
They probably do a good job.
Oh, they do a fantastic job.
Hey, Jared Johnson on the keeper. Cuts to the outside from his own 37.
Nice little stiff arm.
Well, he just palmed the top of the guy's helmet.
That's
and
Corey
pushed
Prince.
him down.
28 Corey Prince.
As he carries down to the, let's see, from the 37. It's 10, 20-yard run right there for Jared Johnson. 9 carries, 129 yards so far tonight, and 3 touchdowns for Jared Johnson. 10:09 to go in the first half. Nettleton on top 20-7. Jared Johnson pitches to Luke Maddox. Maddox fakes one guy.
That was good.
Cuts to the outside. He's still on his feet. Still on his feet all the way down to the 11. No, 16.
It's number 85, Clint Davis, wrapped him up there, but he still had got a few yards after Clint wrapped him up.
A 28-yard run for Luke Maddox. And he goes over the 100-yard mark for the night.
In the second quarter.
In the second quarter. Option back to Josh Morgan. Takes the pitch, and he's hit by a few Bobcats there.
Paul Ladyman, number 88.
Short gain.
First one there.
About a yard. Morgan's second official carry. He had one real good carry that was nullified because of a Raider hold. Second down and 9 for the Raiders from the 16-yard line. Hand off to Luke Maddox up the middle. Luke Maddox. Like he got about 2.
David Rohrer in on the tackle.
Roar.
He's a Bobcat.
They were hollering in
Boy, they were.
Pregame. They were screaming like Bobcats.
They were pretty pumped up guys.
Yeah, the Raiders were pretty pumped up too. Theirs were war cries, I guess. The Bobcats were just doing their screams.
That's very graphic.
Thank you. Maddox up the middle, 15 yards out, touchdown, 15 yards.
I don't even think he was touched.
That was so quick, I didn't have time to say anything. I know it takes me a long time to say things anyway, but a 15-yard touchdown run was over before I could say Luke Maddox up the middle for 6 points. It's 26-7, 8:13 to go in the second quarter. Bags on for the point after. Where did that accent come from?
Oh, that was almost blocked.
Woo, but he went through.
Yeah, it did.
That was extra points have been a thrill ride for Nelson tonight.
2 Bobcat Corning Bobcats almost got their
There's
hands
the
on.
beautiful new scoreboard. 27-7. Beautiful score.
With 8:13 left to go in the second quarter.
Well, if anybody's getting a workout tonight, it's Justin Baggs. This will be his 4th kickoff. He's tried 4 points already.
I wonder if he could try that thing where he hits the Corning guy again.
Well, I'd rather him do that than to let him run it back for a touchdown.
Uh-huh.
Here comes the NHS woo cheer again. I like that cheer. Real simple, but yet effective. The Raiders are doing well. 27-7. Bag's going to keep this one. He's going to aim it with the same guy. Off his foot again. Here we go again. Cuts back to this side.
He's not getting anywhere.
No. I think the Raider special teams learned their lesson from the last time, and they mauled him, for lack of a better word. Nick Hendricks, Destry Hansen, John Neldon,
Zach Bean.
Zach Bean, number 85, Jeff Colbreth also in there. And Guy Williams didn't have much to do there. So Corning offensively so far has a grand total of, if I'm not counting penalty yards, a grand total of 2 yards offense. Their drives have been sustained by Nettleton penalties. Nettleton already penalized for 30 yards in this game. 32 was the carrier, I think. Evans.
Hansen had him by the foot, wasn't letting him get too far.
I'm going to say Evans was the carrier, whether he was or not, because what we say goes anyway. Ticking down to 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Handoff. Oh! 89 wide on the carry.
Maddox all over him. Maddox kind of came out of nowhere.
What about 2? It'll be second down and 5. Third down and 5, I'm sorry. Don't want to mess you up here if you're counting at home. Bobcats go 185, 270, 190, 210, 210, 245, 160 across the line.
Oh.
Here's a quarterback keeper, Josh Arndt. He aren't getting much.
Jeff Colbreth in on one of the mini Raiders on that stop.
All right, I just had to say it. Brings up 4th and short. Arndt got about 3. They're bringing the punting team on. Wayne Jones back deep for the Raiders.
Mitchell. Nope. Started to say Mitchell Hovis, but that's Chad White back deep punt.
Raiders received the ball in the opening kickoff and promptly marched down and put 6 on the board. Then on the kickoff, they got it back on a fumble.
Short punt.
Put 6 points on the board, or 7 points on the board. Then they forced Corning to punt, put 7 more points on the board. Then Corning ran it back. And then the Raiders got the next kickoff and put 7 more points on the board. That's where we stand, 27-7, as Corning is offensively has done nothing tonight. Nettleton, knock on wood, has scored every time they've had the ball on offense.
And they're set to take over on the Corning 47.
John Neldon is the intended receiver. He didn't turn around. He just ran interference, but no flag called. Intended to John Neldon. First pass play for the Raiders. Trying to open up a little variety.
And probably a wise move. Doing a lot of running up the middle and around this, doing a lot of options.
Luke Maddox.
Speaking of running up the middle.
Dragging Bobcats for 4. 3 for 3.
Matt Davis, one of the Bobcats in there.
Maddox has 15 carries already in this first half for 132 yards. Johnson has 9 for 129. Didn't give Maddox his touchdown circle in the last. Maddox has 1 touchdown, Maddox 3. I mean, Maddox 1, Johnson 3. Excuse me. I'll get it right here in a minute. 3rd down and 7 for the Raiders from the Corning 44. Hand off to Luke Maddox up the middle from the 44-yard line. 1 man to beat. Oh! Well, 55 tripped him up. 58 tripped him up. That was,
I think it's 38 maybe? Chris Cox.
Probably 38.
Chris Cox. Yeah, 38 Chris Cox.
Tripped him up.
But he still sled for about 5 yards.
Yeah, he's got 24 out of it anyway.
Well, 4:25 left to go in the first half. And another run up the middle. Luke Maddox touchdown and a play.
Flag. Clipping against Nettleton. I think the refs are just looking for ways to keep the ball. No, I'm not gonna start in on the refs tonight. But I didn't see that clip, but apparently the head official did. He will take the ball back from the 20.
I think it might have been
15 yards.
Curtis Bronnelly. Some of the Raiders were calming him down a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think he disagreed too. That's why they were over there.
1st down and 18. So Luke's 2nd touchdown scamper of the night is wiped out. But I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see the same play called right here. Nettleton likes to run Luke Maddox up the middle. Nope, we're going to send Johnson to the outside to Morgan. The pitch. Gains about 5.
Corey Prince on the tackle for the Bobcats.
Bring up 2nd down and 13. The field on the screen probably looks a lot greener than it is. It's felt these 10 weeks of games.
Mm-hmm.
It's brown.
Remember a couple of weeks ago before we started our pregame, we were talking with Coach Dover, and he said, was bragging about how good the field looked. And it's gotten cold.
Johnson airs it out for Neldon, wide open.
Touchdown.
Not wide open, but a touchdown nonetheless. 23 yards.
Corey Prince on the coverage for the Bobcats. But that was a beautiful, beautiful play. And a nice pass from Jared Johnson. Just to air that out right in there for Neldon to catch.
I like it when things go well. 2nd pass goes for a touchdown. 3:08 to go in the first half. Bags' extra point is good. Makes it 34-7. Johnson 1 for 2 in passing now for 23 yards and a touchdown.
Well, we're seeing a fantastic offense. These guys are clicking. Things are going good. Today's game is made possible by the financial contributions of not only our sponsors, but by individuals who seek to support local programs on AX, like today's high school game of the week. For those wishing to support this program, contact AX Channel 15 at 972-5986 or write us at AX Channel 15, 1010 South Main, Jonesboro, Arkansas, 72401.
And Justin Baggs will kick off from his own 40. Corning puts more men in the back. Well, still going to the same guy. Nice catch. Acrobatic style by number 38. Nick Hendricks. Yes! Nick Hendricks with a strong tackle.
That's Chris Cox.
Chris Cox had nowhere to go. They'll get it 1st and 10 around their own 21. .301 to go in the first half. Nettleton on top 34-7. You're just joining us. You missed 3 touchdown runs by Jared Johnson, 1 by Luke Maddox, and a pass by Jared Johnson to John Nettleton. And that is the quarterback, Josh Arndt, losing yardage. He lost about 2.
Adam Stone and Jonah Worthy in for the Raider defense.
If my figures are correct, Corning has a total of 8 yards total offense. If my stats are correct here in the first half. And Nettleton giving them some on penalties, but they've earned 8 yards. Is it 24 Hopkins on the carry. Gained about 1 back up, or 2 back up to the line of scrimmage.
Hanson in on that tackle. Doug McDaniel in. Comes trotting in with the play. Doug McDaniel, 6'1", 202. He's a sophomore.
Gonna line up on the line there with the nose position. Somebody must know Doug. Gonna see a pass. We did see a pass. Goes complete for about 7 to number 38, Cox.
Hanson and Tennyson in on that tackle.
Cox, I believe, caught that. Chris Cox. Oh, 85 then. Oh, that was Davis then. My bad. The spotter says Davis caught it. So it's 4th and 3, and they're going to punt it. High punt. No one back to. Ooh, what a Corning bounce. All the way down to the 39 of Nettleton.
45 seconds left to go before halftime. Coming up at halftime, the K through 6th grade, I guess you call them junior majorettes, I guess, twirlers, will be along with the band. Also, after that, we're going to be talking with KBTM News Talk 1230 sports show. We'll be chatting with him some. Hey, and we got a new quarterback.
Yeah, it's going to be Joe James.
Ryan Stevens, number 64, trotting in too. Oh, we got a Ryan Kelly wide out, along with Brandon McAlphin at the top of the screen.
James on the keeper. It's probably smart here. You've got a 27-point lead with just under a minute to play at the first quarter. He gets about 2.
Jason Cochran in there, number 33.
Let your main starters get a breather and a drink before they head in. And saves them from injuries.
And we're going to have to run one more play here. We're about a second off game clock versus the play clock. Quentin Stroman also in the backfield.
James just going to push it forward. Got about no yards on it, but that's the end of the first half. The score is Nettleton 34, Corning 7, and we'll be back right after this on Axe 15, High School Game of the Week.
And welcome back to the Axe High School Game of the Week. Kyle Johnson, Terry Johnston back with you.
Hey, baby.
Terry, got some halftime stats?
Yeah, I'll go over them real quick. Let's give you Corning's offensive stats. Evans had 1 carry for 3 yards. Hopkins had 4 carries for 2 yards. Wyatt had 2 carries for 4 yards, and Arndt had 2 carries for 1 yard. So the 1 plus 4 plus 2 plus 3 equals 10. And then 7 yards of passing. So 17 total offensive yards for Corning in the first half. Not real good stats. Nettleton, on the other hand, how about Luke Maddox? He's got 17 carries already. 16 carries, 156 yards, and a touchdown. Jared Johnson has 9 carries, 129 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Josh Morgan, 3 carries, 7 yards. Joe James, 2 carries, 2 yards. Johnson's 1 for 2 in passing to John Neldon for 23 yards and a touchdown. Nettleton scored on a Johnson 9-yard touchdown run, a Johnson 47-yard touchdown run, a Johnson 24-yard touchdown run, a Maddox 15-yard touchdown run, and Neldon a 23-yard reception. And the score stands at 34-7 as Corning scored on a 75-yard kickoff return. And so special teams are really the only thing that's detracted from Nettleton tonight. Offensively, they scored every time they've had the ball except for the last 45 seconds there when they got the ball back and just let the clock run out and go into halftime up 34-7. And Corning will get the ball to start the second half as Nettleton started the game with the ball, which is good. So we'll get a chance for Nettleton defense to get back out there and get fired up.
That's right. I had to get one back up. Well, actually, they're coming back now. They're probably in with some more. So
they're going the same way that they ended the half, left or right. Nettleton is, that is.
So I'm saying warm back up. My feet are very cold right now.
It's cold outside this press box tonight. I just took my jacket off, though. Why did I do that?
I was wondering the exact same thing. I was sitting there going, why did you take your jacket off? I bet it is. Charlie Stewart, our director. Hey, we didn't give you our production crew. Producer David Jackson, director Charlie Stewart. Audio Christy Gerard. They're very warm down there in the truck. Cameras Nick Snow, Dwayne Luttrell, and they're freezing. They're up above us and very cold right now.
And you see the kickoff on the ground. Ooh, live ball. Uh-oh. No way. No way.
Man alive.
Justin Baggs helped in on the tackle.
Zach Bean wrapped him up.
No way. I wasn't going to let him have another touchdown run on a kickoff. We're getting a little.
Here comes the replay. Here's the kick. Live ball after this point. Right here, Zach Beam wraps him, but he still got, boom, piles into Justin Baggs.
Baggs the kicker. Way to get in there. Help out. And we start the second half here just on the Corning side of midfield. Hopkins, I think, has the carry. Ron, the PA guy, is going into his playoff voice, is what he said. That's what he said. He would be using his playoff voice now.
During the second half?
Yeah, getting ready. He said, so did you hear the carry there? It was Craig Hopkins on the carry. Second down and 4. Pass play? No. Little draw. Missed who it went to.
Nothing going there.
Went to Hopkins, I think, again. No, Hopkins is in the backfield.
Whatever that
89
guy is.
Wyatt. Wyatt carries for 2 yards. Be third down and 4. Under 11 minutes in the third quarter. Okay, third and 4. Here come the Bobcats back to the line. Good halftime show. Hope you missed it. Hope you didn't miss it. Hope you missed it. No, I hope you didn't miss it. Pitch to 24 Hopkins. Pushes the line forward, but he didn't get a first down. Got about a yard.
That's right. Talking about the halftime show, our thanks to Christy Gerard, Rick Walker.
It's the show that KNEA does put out is it's fun.
KBTM.
Yeah, KBTM, my bad. I said KNEA, didn't I? KBTM, I apologize to the folks at 1230 KBTM. It really is a fun show. It gives them a chance to showcase local sports even more. High school sports are so overlooked in Northeast Arkansas. The Sun does a fantastic job of coverage, but I love high school sports. This is a good punt. Look at that punt. Well, it takes a Nettleton bounce as it just kind of dies at the 7.
What was that?
He was kicking it to the ref, but
I think he was trying to. Mitchell Hovis was trying to convince the ref there. No, it was back here.
66 for the Raiders is David Thompson.
And
Sorry, I just had to give that to the PA guy.
Jared Johnson is back in, taking snaps under center.
Yeah, we're going to see most of the starters back probably right now, trying to get loose and move them out of this deep position. They're back on their own 17-yard line. Pitch to Luke Maddox, back in the backfield. Good block by Wayne Jones to free Maddox even farther. Still on his feet, out to the 33 rather, his 16-yard carry.
John Neldon also had a nice block out of there. They're on that muddy side of the field again.
I've made my blocks too small on my stat sheet. But he has 172 yards on 12 carries. First and 10, Nettleton from their own 33. Hand off to Maddox again. No, that's Josh Morgan, my bad. You'll see Maddox stand up there. I think, that probably wasn't Maddox. Morgan lost about a half a yard there.
And I'd love to tell you who was in on a tackle, but I can't read his number from the mud that he just got up out of.
I'd say it's 32.
Is it 32?
Yeah, now we are in the muddy part of the field, as you can see on your camera there.
Jerry Evans.
On your screen. Might as well, at least. It is very, very muddy. Luke Maddox got up, and his arm was a different color. Their pants are no longer black, they're brown on Nettleton. Maddox with the carry. No,
Nice.
Johnson with the carry. Faked me out. Oh, they're going to call a flag on Wayne Jones on an incidental block that he threw. Rats. This nice run. Another flag going to be thrown on Nettleton for unsportsmanlike conduct, probably. They're going to call a block. Then they're going to throw they're going to call a unsportsmanlike conduct. First of all, we've got a hold against Nettleton, personal foul against Nettleton as well.
How far is that going to push
it?
It
was a hold. He's going like this. I'm talking to the PA guy. He was wondering exactly what was going on as well.
How far is that going to push them back? Second and 14?
Second and 14.
Ball is on the 30-yard line.
That's illegal use of the hands and unsportsmanlike conduct. Coach Dover's not happy.
What was his little flag he was doing?
That's unsportsmanlike conduct.
Okay. Looked like he was trying to fly away.
8.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Nice big run knocked out there. Pitch to Luke Maddox. Here he goes out to the outside. Ooh, close to first down. Not quite there. He's going to get about 12 out of it. He's going to be a couple yards shy.
Craig Hopkins, number 24, one of the first Bobcats there. They showed that shot of Coach Dover beginning the half. He had a hat on. It's gone. I'm not sure where it's at. I don't see it laying around. I don't think he has it in his hands.
Maybe in the mud.
But he ain't got it.
He likes to throw his hat down.
Daddy, you better get the hang of that.
7.5 minutes to go. Third quarter. Little ground game now. Maddox up the middle. He's got a 3 yards on that carry and a first down. 187 yards for Maddox tonight so far. Johnson would have had more than 129 had the last one not been called back against the Raiders. The Raiders sidelines is mush.
Yeah, very much so.
Just watching the people down there just kind of wade their way through.
Coaches got boots up to their knees. Johnson on a keeper.
Johnson's going to be stopped here. They gave him forward progress right at the line of scrimmage, so.
51, Adam Couch, one of the Bobcats there.
Second down and 10.
Think we'll see a pass play here?
No, we'll probably see another fullback up the middle. Signs coming in from the sidelines.
That's
Well, we might see a pass play. We've got 3 receivers, but that might be just to throw Corning off the line. Watch this. Fullback up the middle.
Yep.
4 yards. I could be an offensive coordinator.
And
3 yards in the carry.
now? Pass play now?
Yeah, probably a pass play now. Well, I don't know. Nettleton's only attempted 2 passes tonight. Completed 1 for a touchdown. That would be just what Corning would be expecting. It's a pass play.
Well, Neldon, Tennyson, and Jones all out wide again. Yep.
It is a pass play. It's a screen pass over to Luke Maddox. Got to get to the line, and he got the first down.
Well, did you see that hit he put on number 85?
85's looking for his head now. Out to from the 47 out to the 42. So
he just laid his shoulder right into Clint Davis.
About 10 yards. Nice pass by Jared Johnson. First and 10, Nettleton into Corning territory, down to the 42. Here comes the Raiders again. Hand off to Luke Maddox.
Nope.
No keeper by Jared Johnson. Matt carries it for 5. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
That's quite all right. I'm sorry about that myself. Matt Davis in on the tackle. Didn't mean to jump on you.
Well, dadgum you.
We'll just be apologetic for a couple of minutes.
Second and 5. Raiders moving the ball well after forcing Corning to punt early on in the second half here. And they're eating the clock. We're down to just over 5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
And our same 3 wide receivers split out. And we're...
Pass, a good catch.
They give it to him?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Pass complete to Blake Tennyson from the 36 down to the 27, a 9-yard completion.
And more importantly, a first down.
Nice catch by Tennyson. Nice catch by Tennyson as he got his arms underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
Scooped it. It'll be first and 10 Nettleton from the 27. Johnson on the option to Morgan. Gets to the outside. He's got some running room. Got a good block from John Neldon.
Touchdown.
And touchdown. 27 yards. Josh Morgan.
I think you can give that assist to Neldon. That was a nice, very nice
He kept
block.
his blocker in front of him and didn't hold him. Just real good job.
There's the replay. Well, there was the replay. We'll have that in just a minute for you.
Here comes Bags for the point after. Kick is up, it's low, and did he get it over?
They're not for sure.
Yeah, no.
There's
No.
confusion
Went
underneath the
under.
goal path. One guy raised his hands, the other guy...
No good. And leaves the score 40-7.
Yeah, let's see that
Here comes
replay.
Oh, yeah, it is good. After further discussion, it is good.
There's the replay.
There's the replay. Neldon, you missed the Neldon block there, but it was good.
It was very nice.
And it was good. The point after was good. Can we get a replay of the point after?
I don't think we had it.
Oh, we don't have that. Sorry.
They were congratulating number 65 Brunley as he comes off. So I was kind of wondering about what he did. I wonder if it might have went off his head there.
Yeah. 41-7 is your score. 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. And here comes the special teams again. Let's get them. Kickoff at the feet of Wyatt. No, that's Hopkins. 24. And the Bobcats will start out at their own 28.
Stone in on the tackle for the Raiders.
Nick Hendricks leading the defense. Hendricks has played big all year on defense. Number 24 for Nettleton. Brandon McAlpin in there as well.
Jeff Colbra's in there too. I think
somebody wants a timeout.
Yeah.
Nettleton wants a timeout. They want to get set.
Yeah.
Coach Dover probably saw something he wasn't sure about. So we're taking a timeout here on the field.
Well, I didn't get a chance to mention something for the end of the first half, so I want to mention it now. For the 10th year, Axe is bringing you local high school football action. Hats off to all our sponsors and dedicated production crew who make this possible. Tonight's game is sponsored by Western Sizzlin', Bonds and Tate Heating and Air Conditioning, Gateway Tire, MDR Cartage, and Central Baptist Church in Jonesboro.
PA guy just said that the Lady Raiders senior and junior high basketball season kicks off it's this afternoon if you're watching it on Saturday, November the 8th at 3:30 with a jamboree with Truman, Jonesboro, and Newport. Come by and support the Lady Raiders. If you don't have anything to do this afternoon, I'd like to see some lady basketball. They're Lady Raiders, they love their basketball around here. And I still don't know who carried that ball there. It's 89, Wyatt. Gets 2.
Matt Breeden is in there, number 53. I'll try to see if I can get everybody.
Yeah, we've got a host of substitutions.
And number 50, Doug McDaniel's in there.
85.
Yeah, Jeff Colbert mentioned him earlier. 51, J.J. Crane.
Is that 13? No, it's 33. Who's 33 for Nettleton?
That would be
Jason Cochran. He's also in there.
Also, Adam Stone. Mentioned him. He's been in there a little bit.
Hopkins lost a yard there.
Third strike.
Yeah, we just informed the Nettleton Junior High Raider football team won their 3rd straight conference title.
Wow.
Last week. Congratulations to the Nettleton Junior Raiders, future senior Raiders, and participants on Axe High School Game of the Week. Quarterback scrambling, Arndt.
Oh.
Nice play by Destry Hansen, yeah.
Nice.
Incomplete, bring up 4th and long. Hansen.
3:04 left to play in the third quarter. Your score, 41-7. Raiders on top.
Comfortably in control here.
Yes. Stay tuned after this Nettleton Corning game. We've got a special doubleheader. Part 2, Jonesboro High School going up against Blytheville High School.
Dun, 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 dun. Hey, baby. Blake Tennyson's going to take it at his own 39.
Got back to the 50.
And back to the 45. Whoosh. Cold blast of air. It's kind of cold out there tonight. You can see people bundle up on the sidelines.
My feet know it's cold. Rest of my body feels nice.
Hey, there's the Corning band with their stirring rendition of Hey Baby. And they were doing the wave too, kind of. And they were waving at us. There you can hear them.
Whoa, hey, we got a whole host of new people. Ryan Kelly's lining up at the bottom of your screen.
Joe James at quarterback. Hands off to Wayne Jones. Out of the backfield, Wayne Jones keeps his feet churning for about 7 or 8.
Brandon McAlpin in there, number 24. Matt Breeden also in there, number 53. Let's see, Adam Stone playing on the other side of the ball. Doug McDaniel in there also. 51, J.J. Crane in there also. Looks like a lot of the same defensive line we saw playing on the other side. In comes Jeff Colbert.
Yeah, you can tell they're new because they're clean jerseys on. Quentin Stroman in there also.
53, Matt Breeden playing center.
.210 to go in the third quarter.
Is that Jason Cochran in there too? Yeah.
And off to the first man through, Jason Cochran. 33, isn't that right?
Yes, it is.
He carries the ball for close to first down yardage, but not quite. He got about 3. Likes about a half a yard. You got to get to the yard line there.
64, Ryan Stevens in there. I want to make sure I get them all for you.
High school people don't get up on Saturday mornings, do they, Kyle?
Well, it depends. Depends on what you did Friday night.
That's true. Good point. Good point. I'd want to see myself on television.
If you played a high school football game, I'd want to get up just a little bit early.
Kind of vain, but... Or I would be. Minute 20 to go in the third quarter. Handoff to Stroman. Number 24, 34 rather.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think if you sit there and watch yourself play, you can go, you know, I should have done this differently, or, you know, I need to remember I did that one good, you know. Watch your own plays and critique yourself, I guess.
Yeah. Stroman carries for about 2 and a first down. I'm going to have trouble keeping up with the stats here now because I'm running out of room on my stat sheet. So forgive me if I'm not able to give you total numbers at the end of the game for the substitutions.
Oh, loose
falls
ball.
on the ground.
That's Corning's ball.
Corning got it. Stroman had it stripped.
Clint Davis was all over that, number 85 for the Bobcats.
First turnover of the game for Nettleton. Who was it?
It was 85. Clint
85.
Davis.
We're going to see the ball there. Just popped out.
Can't tell who that. Trying to look at that jersey number, see who. Tell you who the guy that popped it out was.
But here it is. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Corning has the ball again. Nice job there by 85 of Nettleton. Jeff Colbert to just kind of take the Bobcat player, or Hopkins' head, and just slam it into the ground there after the carry. 4 yards.
Hey, clean jersey. Zach Gartman running in.
Taking Nick Hendricks' place. Blake Tennyson also off.
In a hurry.
Yeah, they don't want 13 guys out there, or 12 guys. Man, 73 for Corning is big.
That's the end of the third quarter.
73 for Corning. Adam Wheeler. It's 5'9", 245. And that's the end of the third quarter, as you said. The score is 41 for Nettleton, 7 for Corning. We'll be back right after this.
Welcome back to the Ag's High School Game of the Week. Kyle Johnson, Terry Johnston with you from Raider Field. Well, the Nettleton Raiders have it pretty well wrapped up, 41-7, headed into the fourth quarter.
Now it's time just to let your players get some action, your younger players, your ones that don't, second stringers, so that they can kind of get some experience for next year. They're going to be the ones filling these spots that Nick Hendricks have, and Richard White and John White. The line across for Nettleton, senior, junior, junior, senior, junior, senior, 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 junior. Big
line losses.
Yeah. So.
And all those guys, 245, 220, 248.
They're close to the first down, and yeah, they got it. That was Hopkins on the carry. He got 4 yards in the first down. I think that is the first rushing first down. No, the second rushing first down Corning has got all night.
I think before the break, we pretty much covered all the defensive sub guys that are in.
Their jerseys have a chance to get dirty now. They've got a quarter of play here. Unless, of course, Corning starts to a comeback, then we might see the first stringers again. 24 again, Hopkins. You got about 5. 4. Got about 4. The second down and 6. Hanson led the charge. Big number 64 in for Nettleton.
Ryan Stevens.
Ryan Stevens.
5'10", 220. Off trots J.J. Crane. 5'10", 210.
Nettleton's got some size. They don't grow them small over here in East Jonesboro, South Jonesboro, Northeast Jonesboro, the Nettleton community. Hopkins not much there.
Well, talking about...
There are your starters for the most part. See Nick Hendricks and Richard White.
John Carville.
Yeah.
John White. Along with Aaron Pratt.
3rd and 6 here.
David Thompson. Blake Tennyson.
Hopkins all the way up the middle on a quick draw. Got about 14 yards.
You were talking about some of the big losses in the line. Well,
13 yards.
Some of these guys coming up. Doug McDaniel, 6'1", 202. J.J. Crane, 5'10", 210. Matt Breeden, 5'11", 234. It's pretty decent size in there.
And you don't think probably these guys haven't stopped growing yet.
No.
They're just 16, 17 years old.
Jonah Worthy, 5'11", 210. And the burst of cold air comes in.
1st and 10, Corning. Handoff to 32. No. Didn't see. Might as well have been Jerry Evans. He got about 2. Joshua Snow has joined us in the booth. And you're needed in the truck, Joshua. There he goes.
Run, Joshua.
Joshua pulls cables when we have a sideline camera for during the year. Travels with us. He's an axe groupie. Evans on the carry. Got about 2. Bring up 3rd and 5. Corning band playing Macho Man.
Nacho Man.
24 Hopkins wrestled down by a tribe of Raiders.
81 Adam Stone and 85 Jeff Colbreth.
He only got about a yard. It's going to be real short of the first. Be about 4th and 3. Interesting call here. They're got to go for it. They're down 41-7. 8:24 to go in the game. And here's the play. 4th and 3. Hand off to Hopkins. He's hit. It's close.
No. 53
Nettleton
Matt Breeden.
fans seem to think that he didn't get it. I can't tell really from the spot, but
Matt Breeden
I don't think he did.
Matt Breeden had him wrapped up from the back.
Referee takes a look at it, and they... No!
First down.
First down, Nettleton. First down, Nettleton. Hopkins was close, but no cigar. Can you hear that, folks?
I'll let Ron make my announcement.
That's right. Be a nice one to have. Lots of Nettleton Raiders getting to play tonight. Lots of big stats for Luke Maddox and Jared Johnson and Josh Morgan and John Neldon with a big touchdown tonight. Joe James hands off to the first man through. I believe that was Cochran. Yes, Cochran. Jason Cochran. Jason Cochran had the carry for 2.
Zach Bean on. Ryan Kelly off.
Seven and a half minutes to go in the ball game.
Oh, we got a flag.
We're going to have some motion probably. It's too bad because Quentin Stroman had a beat on the outside over there. Probably going to be brought this one brought back.
Watch the man in the white there, see what he says.
Illegal motion. Watch.
I think he was pledging allegiance.
Illegal formation, maybe? I think it's illegal formation.
We have 12 men on the field? I think we
No,
did.
that's this.
Okay. That's when you hit your head.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm just helping you out because you're saying that's this, and nobody knows what that is.
No. Oh, the perils of broadcasting when you can't be seen on camera. Nelson's going to take a timeout. Now that it's 2nd and 13, they're back on their own 15.
Well, coming up right after the end of this ball game, we'll have the Jonesboro-Blytheville game. That's coming up immediately following this game. Also want to mention that today's game is made possible by the financial contributions of not only our sponsors, but by individuals who seek to support local programs on Axe, like today's Axe High School Game of the Week. For those wishing to support this program, contact Axe Channel 15 at 972-5986 or write us at Axe Channel 15, 1010 South Main, Jonesboro, Arkansas, 72401. I'm really not for sure what Terry's doing over there.
I'm giving you some crowd noise.
Oh, well, thank you. Hey, I want to say a big thanks to our production crew, the warm people down in the truck, Charlie Stewart and Christy Gerard. Their feet aren't nearly as cold. Of course, our feet probably aren't nearly as cold as Nick Snow and Dwayne Luttrell's, who are standing up above us. Our producer, David Jackson. Saturday replay guy, Robbie Johnson.
He gets to sit in a warm studio, too.
Yes, he does.
How do you feel, Robbie? You feel warm right now?
I'm sure he would say yes to that.
Oh, it's been a good, long football season. You know, let me go back on our schedule for the year. And we started off up at Paragould with Nettleton. Nettleton prevailed. Then the next week we traveled to Jonesboro, watched Jonesboro and Paragould, and Jonesboro prevailed. Then we came back over here to Nettleton and watched Nettleton and Tech play, and that was the only loss so far this season for Nettleton. We'll go back after that, over to that more after this. 2nd and 13 play here. Here we go.
Joe James. Well,
pitch to Quentin Stroman on the outside. Cuts it back in, gets back close to the original line of scrimmage.
He got a nice block by Jason Cochran on the outside. Continue your reviewing of the week.
Yeah, then I believe we went up to Clay County Central and watched Nettleton beat. Actually, they didn't give him any yards on that carry. We watched Nettleton beat Clay County Central. Then we went over to Jonesboro for homecoming and watched Jonesboro take care of Jacksonville. Then back over here to Nettleton for the Nettleton-Gosnell game.
That was their homecoming.
Yeah, and they won. Then we went to Hoxie and watched Nettleton beat Hoxie. Then back here to Nettleton, wasn't it?
Clay County Central somewhere in there.
No, we already did Clay County.
Oh, did you?
I related that.
Okay.
No, I guess after Hoxie.
We went to Jonesboro the following week after Hoxie.
No, we didn't. We've only been to Jonesboro for 2 games all season, or 3 games all season, counting the Blytheville game.
Which you'll see in a few minutes.
Yes. But because we only covered 4 Jonesboro games this year. This is our 7th Nettleton game.
And traveled to Cabot.
No, we covered 4 Jonesboro games. We watched them play Paragould, we watched them play Jacksonville, we watched them play Cabot, and we watched them play Blytheville.
And the Cabot trip was a fun one for us.
Yes, it was.
But now, we're punting the ball away. Luke Maddox.
Luke Maddox, good roll on his kick. First punt of the night for Nettleton. If I had a schedule in front of me, I could tell you where we went, but I don't have a schedule in front of me.
I don't have one.
But it's been a good year. All in all, we've seen majority wins.
Right.
We've seen Nettleton's only loss, but our teams have done pretty well with us in attendance.
Let's see, we dropped 3. So we went 7-3 this year.
There we see, yeah, the cheerleaders. John White's mom, there in the yellow jacket. We were always talking about John White's mom. That was John White's mom right there in the yellow jacket.
We like John White's mom. She's a very nice lady.
She gave me a pen last year when I threw it out the window.
Oh.
Aren't? No, that's number 11, new quarterback for Corning. That's Mitchell Hovis. He is a big guy. He's a sophomore, 6'1", 170. Pretty large sophomore.
A little bit of miscommunication, it looked like there.
He lost a yard. I've pretty much given up keeping Corning stats. We've got a minute to go. Or, I mean, 5 minutes to go. We've got a minute to go. I'm trying to fast forward here, but it doesn't work that way. We got 3 flags on the field, as you can see.
And that one goes against Corning.
Yep. Probably getting some of their first-timers in tonight. Well, maybe not first-timers, but first-timers tonight. Yeah.
Guys we haven't seen.
Exactly. Everybody gets kind of jumpy when they get to play for the first time. Number 50 for Corning comes in. Number 64 out.
Clint Carter out and Aaron Lowe out. Also, some other guys come hustling onto the field. Can't see their numbers. But you can tell they're all new, the white jerseys. Uh-oh, got a little offsides there, too.
They didn't call that one, though.
81.
He jumped way offside, but they didn't call it.
Jeremy Huffman. Eric Gilby, the ball
Gilby.
carrier.
Third and 11.
10 yard marker. 1 yard to 10 yard marker.
And a carry there. 81, I think.
Well, we were talking about following the game, the Jonesboro Bible game, but we're going to be back with you next Saturday with the Nettleton High School playoffs. As far as we know, we're going to be with you next Saturday.
We'll probably have the Jackrabbits of Lone Oak in here. They wear purple.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, the purple Jackrabbits. One of my favorite. No, 4th down here. Nettleton stands him up and takes the ball back. That's all you got to do right there. Good defensive stand here by Nettleton. Force them 4 and out. Well, 5 and out if you count the penalty.
During halftime, you heard a little bit of Rick Walker giving the history of that Lone Oak Nettleton series. Did you hear some of that, Terry?
I heard most of it. Now, I'm a little bit familiar with the Lone Oak situation. I don't know if those of you, the viewers out there, are. Lone Oak, traditionally a perennial playoff team from the central part of the state, from Lone Oak County, I believe. They, what they do is they go pretty much 500 for the season, then get in the playoffs and make it to the semifinals.
Yeah, he said there. Rick said they're 4-6
on the year. Well, if they win tonight, they'll be 4-6. Look at this,
my.
Clinton Stroman. Yes.
Oh, see ya.
Yes. Quentin Stroman. 63 yards, touchdown.
All right. Well, you like to see that.
Wow. He just ran right between the last 2 defenders. Here we go. We're going to watch this one again.
That brings your score 47-7. Here's the replay. See, Stroman is the lone in the back guy in the very far backfield. Right there he goes.
Watch this, 2 guys.
Oh. Gabs him, but he just kind of gives him a little pat and keeps on going. Waves bye-bye. Into the end zone. Hey, that's got to be good for Mr. Stroman.
He's a sophomore, 5'11", 174 pounds of probably all muscle, judging by how quick he was there. Here comes Bags for the PAT. It's been a sore spot for Nettleton, but that one's up and good. That was easy.
48-7 with 3:06 left to play. There you see the scoreboard flashing. We like to see that.
The new scoreboard lit up tonight. Look at that, 48-7 so far. Stay with us. Maybe we'll see some more 63-yard touchdown runs. Who knows? Quentin Stroman getting high fives. He even got a pat from Coach Dover there.
Oh, yeah.
Who's got his hat back.
Yeah, I noticed that. I'm not sure where he found it, but he's got his hat back.
Yeah, it looks rather clean, so I guess he didn't throw it down like he does sometimes. Coach Dover, an amazing coach. He has compiled one solid record here at Nettleton High School.
Been here for 13 years, Rick said.
13 years? That long?
I didn't realize that either.
I knew it had been a while. Won 35 of his last 36 conference games or something like that.
And consistently gone to the playoffs.
Wow, yeah. Nettleton.
They have a 26-1 conference record for the last 4 years.
I was listening to Rick's call-in show the other day, or it might have been Drive Time Sports out of Little Rock, but there was a caller from Gosnell talking about his Pirates and about how they had to, it was before the Nettleton game, right before the Gosnell-Nettleton game, and they said something about they had to come over here and they thought that Nettleton always got spotted about 14 points just for being at home. That's how good they were. That's how you felt whenever you had to come play at Nettleton, because it feels like you're that much down already going into the game, mainly because of this great supportive crowd that Nettleton has.
That's right. These guys really get behind their Raiders. Oh, yeah, I just found something I got to read to you. John White, guy we've talked a lot about, bench presses 300 pounds and squats 425.
That's a big old guy. He's pretty strong. Take care of you and me in a heartbeat.
In the same breath.
Yeah, that's me and you put together. He could squat us. Carry there by Hopkins, maybe? Nope, 30, yeah, 20. Craig Hopkins on the carry, he got 2.
I'm not even sure if I could bench press half of what he bench presses.
Still got the cleaner jerseys on the field, Nettleton's backups and second teamers.
Who are doing a really fine job out there, too.
Nice job of faking the ball there, 32. Evans had a nice carry. Jerry Evans gets the first down off a carry of about 10 yards.
James Merritt, 89, comes hustling off. Haven't called his name tonight. He's been out there some.
Well, the last regular season home game is under 2 minutes. 48-7 is your score. Nettleton's on top. This one's pretty secure. 24, Hopkins pushes his way for about 5 yards.
Hey, we got another new guy in there for the Raiders defense. 68, Travis Chalk.
I have Hopkins down unofficially for 16 carries for 42 yards. He's the leading offensive player for. There you see Luke Maddox in the middle, standing by Josh Morgan. John Neldon. No, wait, that's not John Neldon. That's number 20. There's John Neldon, number 20. 25 for Nettleton also down there. I don't have a name for number 25. A lot of freshmen get pulled up for the final regular season game. I don't know if there are any freshmen down there. Oh, that's a good play there. Evans on the draw.
He's pulling number 18, Chet Hickman.
10 yards on that carry.
We do have some more new Raiders in there, so I'm going to try to get them to you real quick. 14, Philip Northcutt's in there. 83, B.J. Judd's in there.
They're seniors.
That's probably an important game for these guys.
Yeah. 45 seconds left to go. This one's almost all over with a crime. I will close out the game with some stats, and then we'll send you away and come back for the second half of today's doubleheader. There's a carry by Chad Wyatt. And now the play clock under 25 seconds. First down. And the clock has stopped with 20 seconds to go, and they're now at restart. And it'll be close to see that. Now, Corning players have their helmets off. They're not going to run another play. So this ball game will be over with the Nettleton Raiders winning 48-7. I'll give you a quick rundown of some stats here. Jared Johnson had 11 carries for 134 yards and 3 touchdowns. Luke Maddox has 16 carries for 190 yards and a touchdown. Josh Morgan, 5 carries for 34 yards and a touchdown. Quentin Stroman, 3 carries, 65 yards and a touchdown. Jared Johnson was 4 of 5 on passing for 42 yards and 1 touchdown for 23 yards. The receiving on that was John Neldon. Tennyson also had a 9-yard reception, and Luke Maddox had a 10-yard reception.